You've probably seen this before. There's always that one guy in the room who doesn't say much, but when he does, everyone pays attention. He's not the loudest, he's not bragging, he's not trying too hard, yet people naturally respect him. So what's the difference? If you're new here, hi, I'm Courtney Ryan, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to earn respect and be taken seriously as a man without bragging, flexing, or coming across as insecure. And this isn't just about dating, it's about how you're seen by women, by other men, by coworkers, and honestly, by just the world around you. Because let's be honest, most guys want respect. The problem is, most just go about it the wrong way. They brag, they flex, they talk themselves up, and instead of gaining respect, they actually lose it. So the first thing here is to speak with substance, not volume. A lot of men confuse being taken seriously with being the loudest person in the room. But yelling, interrupting, constantly trying to win a conversation usually has the opposite effect. People stop respecting what you say. So instead, focus on adding value when you do speak. Ask thoughtful questions, share a perspective, or bring a solution to the table. Be selective. When people learn that you don't just talk to fill the silence, they'll start to listen in when you do speak. A man who listens more than he talks often comes across as more intelligent, composed, and trustworthy. And if you just think about it, the person who always has to be the center of attention is rarely the one that people trust. But the person who speaks with intention and authority without forcing it is the one who gets remembered and respected. The second thing here is master your presence. Your presence speaks before your words ever do. And being taken seriously often has a lot to do with how you simply carry yourself. Stand tall, shoulders back, and keep your movements controlled. Fidgeting, slouching, or constantly checking your phone makes you look distracted and unsure of yourself. I want you to walk in every single room like you belong there. Hold steady eye contact, but don't glare. The goal is to look attentive and engaged, not necessarily intimidating. Speak at a steady pace. Rushing your words or filling silence with and or like makes you seem nervous. People naturally take notice of those who appear calm, grounded, and in control of themselves. You don't need to puff your chest out or try to dominate the room. Often, the man who seems the most comfortable in his own skin is the one that people quietly take the most seriously. And part of feeling comfortable in your own skin is actually taking care of your skin. Because let's be honest, no matter how confident you are, if you're dealing with breakouts, dullness, or just not feeling your best when you look in the mirror, it can affect how you show up. That's why I'm excited that today's video is sponsored by Tiege Hanley. Tiege Hanley takes the guesswork out of skincare with straightforward systems designed to fit effortlessly into your daily routine, just like everything else you do with purpose and intention. It's simple, effective, and only takes a few minutes in the morning and before bed so you can stay focused on what actually matters in your life. When your skin looks better, you feel better. Confidence carries into everything, your work, your relationships, and even how you walk into a room. Tiege Hanley's performance-driven formulas are made specifically for men and their unique skincare needs. Whether you're stepping into a new role at work or showing up for a first date, your skin should make just as strong an impression as everything else about you. If you're not sure where to start, go with their Level 1 system. It includes all of the essentials: a daily face wash, a gentle exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer to keep your skin hydrated overnight. And to make it even easier, every single box comes with a quick start card that shows you exactly what to use, how much to use, and when to use it. No overthinking, no extra steps. Tiege Hanley also backs everything with their handsome guarantee. Love it or get your money back, no questions asked. Because they're sponsoring today's video, they've got a great deal for you. Save up to 40% on your first box and get a free gift valued at $20. And if you become a member, you'll also get 20% off for life. So click the first link down in the description to get started with Tiege Hanley today and give your skin the attention it deserves. Number 3, let your results do the talking. One of the most powerful ways to gain respect and credibility without ever sounding like you're bragging is to simply let your results speak for you. People notice action far more than words. If you're disciplined in the gym, for example, it's going to show in your posture, your energy, the confidence that you carry, the way that you carry yourself, your physique. You don't need to tell anyone how hard you work. Your consistency and the results that you achieve are going to be proof enough. The same applies to something like your career. True success isn't measured by the number of times that you announce it to everyone. It's measured by how others experience it. Your work ethic, the projects that you complete, and the way that you treat people will naturally reveal your competence and your ambition. Trying to constantly flex your achievements often comes across as insecure or desperate for validation. Financial stability is another area where actions speak louder than words. Owning designer items or dropping names doesn't make someone responsible. It's how you manage your money, how you plan for the future, and make smart choices that actually signals success. Here's the crucial part that I want you guys to take away from this. If you are truly something, you don't need to say it. Quiet confidence backed by tangible results will always carry more weight than loud claims. People respect consistency over one-time demonstrations of talent or wealth. They notice the habits, the daily choices, and the lifestyle that reflect someone's values without the need for that self-promotion. In short, living in a way that authentically aligns with your goals will naturally communicate your worth. Words are cheap, results are undeniable. The less you feel the need to tell people about all of your achievements, the more impressive those achievements actually become. Number 4, one of my favorite things to talk about is control your emotions. Respect and credibility can vanish in an instant if you let your emotions run the show. People notice when someone reacts impulsively, gets really defensive at the slightest criticism, or feels the need to prove themselves in every single disagreement. Reactivity signals deep insecurity, not strength. Emotional maturity, on the other hand, is about staying composed when things go wrong, maintaining calm under pressure, and refusing to let petty frustrations dictate your behavior or your mood. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending that nothing in the world affects you. You're a human being, and let's not forget that. But it does mean learning how to express yourself with intention and timing, choosing your battles and responding rather than reacting. It means addressing issues without letting your ego or your pride take over, and communicating your perspective in a way that's going to earn respect rather than spark conflict. And as I already mentioned earlier on in the video, men who are genuinely taken seriously are not the ones shouting the loudest when situations get tough. They're the ones who remain level-headed, solution-focused, and composed no matter what's happening around them. Their confidence comes from knowing that they can handle challenges without totally losing control, and people will naturally gravitate towards and trust and respect someone who consistently models that kind of stability. Ultimately, controlling your emotions isn't about looking strong, it's about being effective. When you can think clearly, respond deliberately, and act with composure, you command respect effortlessly, because strength without emotional control is nothing more than noise. Number 5, dress the part. Whether we like it or not, I know a lot of us don't like it, but appearance shapes perception, and perception shapes how people treat you. Your clothing, grooming, and overall presentation send a message before you even speak. The harsh truth is, people make judgments in seconds, and your appearance plays a huge role in whether you're seen as competent, confident, and respectable. You don't need a closet full of designer suits or flashy labels, especially if that doesn't align with your lifestyle. What matters though is looking intentional and put together. Clean, well-fitted clothes communicate self-respect, discipline, and attention to detail, while those sloppy, ill-fitting clothes are going to suggest the opposite. Even small choices like a crisp t-shirt, polished shoes, or a well-fitted jacket can dramatically elevate how other people perceive you. Grooming is equally critical here. Neat hair, trimmed facial hair, fresh breath, trimmed nails, as I always say, and good hygiene are not superficial. They signal that you value yourself and take care of your body and your mind. Think of your appearance as your nonverbal introduction. Before you speak, people are already forming opinions based on just what they see in front of them. Dressing the part ensures that those first impressions work in your favor, signaling seriousness, confidence, and presence without ever saying a word. So in short here, when you look the part, people naturally will take you seriously. And to be honest with you guys, this is a huge reason why I always try to look put together and polished when I'm sitting in front of the camera. You never know if someone is clicking on your video for the first time, and this is their very first impression of you. Of course, there are other reasons too. I like to look nice. I like to put myself together, especially when I'm doing something as important to me as filming a video and posting it online. But I mean, a huge part of that is a first impression. When you click on my video for the first time, that's your first impression of me. If I was sitting here with my hair in a sloppy bun, no makeup on, a big baggy t-shirt, maybe my pajamas, you would probably think of me differently than the way that I'm sitting here now. So just something to think about. We are all sort of doing it, whether we realize it or not. So make your first impressions work in your favor, not against you. Number 6, keep your standards high and live by them. One of the most effective ways to earn genuine respect is to set clear standards for yourself and to consistently live by them. Standards aren't about being rigid or elitist, acting better than everybody. They're about knowing your worth, protecting your values, and refusing to compromise who you are just to fit in or to gain approval. Don't compromise your principles for social acceptance. If something doesn't align with your values, you don't need to pretend otherwise in order to be liked. People respect authenticity far more than someone who constantly bends to please everyone else. Sticking to your beliefs demonstrates confidence, clarity, and self-respect, all qualities that draw others towards you naturally. Integrity is another key aspect here. How you treat people across all situations matters just as much as your values. Treating everyone with respect, whether it's a CEO, a colleague, a waiter at a restaurant, shows that your standards aren't selective. They're genuine, and that kind of consistency is rare, and people are going to notice it immediately. Boundaries are equally crucial here. A man who knows his limits, enforces them, and doesn't bend them for validation communicates that he respects himself. Boundaries create trust, set expectations, and ensure that relationships, whether personal or professional, are built on mutual respect. All of that to say, high standards are a reflection of your character. They show the world that you have self-respect, discipline, and clarity in who you are. And when you live by those standards consistently, respect from other people isn't something that you have to demand. It just comes naturally. At the end of the day, being taken seriously as a man isn't about bragging, flexing, or trying to prove your worth to other people. It's about quiet confidence, consistency, and carrying yourself in a way that makes people naturally respect you. And remember, the men who are taken the most seriously are rarely the ones shouting the loudest. They're the ones who move with intention, who know who they are, and who let their actions do the talking. So that is all I have for this one, guys. Let me know down in the comments which of these you think is the most important, or if there's something you've noticed in your own life that instantly makes people take you more seriously. I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments. If you like this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, also be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.